Today we're going to kick off 2022 with an unboxing and first run of the ARRMA Granite 3S 4x4 BLX. Let's get this thing cracked open. Here's a quick list of everything you receive in the box. They keep it very simple with the Spektrum SLT3 3-channel transmitter, and it's a pretty solid radio from my experience. You also get a quick start guide to get you going, and then a separate technical guide which walks you through the exploded views and a few how-tos for the truck. They also give you a small bag of some basic starter tools. You have a 2 and a 2.5 millimeter Allen key set, and they also have a plastic multi-tool as well as a few preload spacers. They give you 6 total, 2 of each size. Then of course you get the vehicle itself. This truck's available in 2 different color options. There's this red and white version, and then there's also a green and black version. Now immediately I noticed that the right front shock of this truck was already leaking out of the box, which is pretty unfortunate. From what I've heard, leaky shocks are a fairly common issue on these 3S trucks. Verizon Hobby has amazing customer service, so they'd probably cover it if I brought it to their attention, but I'm honestly just going to run the truck the way it is. It is kind of frustrating though to have the shocks leaking before the first run. They gave this version of the Granite a fresh design with new wheels, a new body, bumpers, and a wheelie bar. I love the looks of the stock body on this truck. I see that the DeBoots Fortress tires are vented through the tire and not the wheel, which is cool to see, and they look like an aggressive tire overall, so I can't wait to see how they perform. Underneath the body, the electronics are mostly updated. We still have the ARRMA BLX 100 ESC, but it does come with a newer IC5 connector, even though the ESC doesn't have the Spektrum Smart technology. I assume with the next version of the ARRMA Granite, we'll see ARRMA update to one of the newer Spektrum Firma ESCs like they have in the ARRMA Vortex. Hooked up to the ESC, we have an updated Spektrum Firma 3200 kV sensorless brushless motor. This thing has a huge heat sink and actually a cooling fan up top, which is awesome to see, and hopefully those will keep the motor temps down a bit. Turning the tires up front, we have a Spektrum S651 steering servo with 101 ounce-inches of torque, which is pretty decent, but I don't really expect this servo to last too long. They made some changes to the power module in this truck to make it more resistant to debris and also to make it easier to work on and a little bit more durable as well. They also redesigned the steering a bit to give some additional clearance for more rocks and debris. Throughout this version of the Granite, they include quite a few minor design tweaks and improvements to make this vehicle even more durable and easier to work on. ARRMA really beefed up this truck with a stronger, updated chassis, some metal internal diff gears, and even some rubber sealed bearings throughout the entire vehicle. So in order to run this vehicle, you're going to need batteries for the transmitter and the truck, as well as a charger. I went ahead and chopped off the stock IC5 connector and swapped it with an XT90 connector just because that's what all of my batteries run. The truck is set up and ready to go. I threw an Evonik 3S 6500 milliamp LiPo battery in here. I'm pretty limited with traction and everything, so gonna make the best of it and see what we can do. I unplugged the cooling fans on both the motor and the ESC because it's already freezing out here and I figured I didn't need any cooling. The truck's handling pretty good. It definitely is quick, and I noticed that it's really quiet because of all the plastic in the drivetrain, which isn't a bad thing. I do kind of wish that the wheelie bar was a little higher up. Doesn't really allow the truck to get too vertical. gonna see if I can pull a front flip here really quick, just off this little ramp. Not at all. That wasn't even close. So one thing I forgot to do before coming out here is max out the punch setting. I'm still running the stock punch setting, and I don't know, to me it just feels like it's kind of laggy in the beginning. When you bump it up all the way, it feels more natural in my opinion, and more comparable to other like Castle Creations ESCs and stuff like that. So I'll have to make that change after this first run. This thing definitely rips though. Alright, let's see how much snow this thing collected. The chassis is like a tub, so I'm sure it's probably packed full. Not too bad actually. That's reasonable. Looks like the mud guards caught quite a bit of it. So stay tuned for more content coming with both this ARRMA Granite as well as my other RCs. I'm actually going to try and upload a video on this channel every Saturday. So that's going to be at least one video per week. It might even be more. Stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.